You're giving away your secrets on a recording.
Eb, can
You're
I
right.
get out?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, we'll be bleeping all of that out then.
Yeah.
But I'm currently searching Amazon for glow-in-the-dark glue sticks, which I know exist.
Ooh.
So that might be quite cool, right?
If not, surely you could just find a glow-in-the-dark spray paint or something.
Yeah. I mean, most of the glow sticks use luminol, which isn't at all safe.
Okay, I didn't know that. I've glow-in-the-dark ones. But the zombie event that I'm doing, I'll be spending from like 9 in the morning until like whatever time at night. So I need to really like crank out a huge amount of masks and stuff. And because it's like a horror themed event, and it's just before, pretty much the only things that people are going to be interested in are things that are like costume editions. So that's like using that and using like get coloured glue sticks as well, glue sticks. So that would save me like a step in painting them and things like that. So, but I'll look. I didn't know about. What did you say? It was luminol.
Well, luminol's the active ingredient in most of the glow sticks, which is slightly toxic.
Okay, let me write that down.
But they do make some.
That's a liquid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The active ingredient in a glue stick.
Oh, glow stick.
yeah.
No, glue stick.
Glue stick.
Oh, glue stick. No.
I'm saying glow in the dark glue sticks.
I'm pretty sure whatever you would find that's glow-in-the-dark would be safe. Because
I'll bear it in mind though. It's a good thing. You can
You
use
just get some radium like they used to use on the clocks to make the dials glow.
I'm gonna use like nail polish on the like on the ends and stuff because I've seen it done on something different and it looked really good. So I'm gonna give it a go. But yes, Nick, if you would like to come and help me crank those out at any point, you would be most welcome.
He has a job now.
He was like, "You never asked me for help," and then I made him check his phone. Like there's a whole thing of messages from last Tuesday where I've been like, "Please help me! You need to come and help me make masks. I've got so many things to do."
That's first off, that was not how you said it.
I begged you. I promised you my firstborn child,
Wow.
which isn't really much of a.
Testicles! No!
I don't want my firstborn child.
That's brain.
Marin. Yeah, that's the other one. I think it'd be testicles.
All right, sorry. I made people talk now.
Okay, so the exact quote from Lindsay is, "Let me know if you want to get involved with making masks. I won't expect you to, though."
Well, was I right to not expect you to? Was I?
I don't feel
That's a passive-aggressive request.
right. Like I'm sorry. Look,
I'm pretty sure it had a winky thing next to it.
I
Is that a
don't.
winky thing?
I'm pretty sure.
I
Are you
can't.
sending Nick winkies over text message?
Well, yeah. That's.
No, it did not.
It says, "Let me know if you want to get involved with making masks. I won't expect you to, though. The Masquerade Ball the 17th, Houston Zombie Walk 19th, and 3-day holiday market, blah, blah, blah." And your reply was, "Those 50 cals should be around somewhere," which was a reference to the stupid game. And I was like, okay, so I just didn't bother.
I know what my weekend's going to be involved with.
Hot sex and video games.
Okay. But I don't read, like, I don't read British, that, like, y'all have these passive-aggressive messages.
Come on, Nick. You have British friends. You need to learn this.
Yeah, dude, figure it out.
It's America!
She's never going to come out and say, "Nick, please come and help me." That never happens.
Considering, I have said that to him before as well, and he knows that.
Jesus, dude.
Considering that
Perhaps the Queen is disowning you. The letter is in the mail.
Nick is one of the people who I know that sits on his phone the most whenever he's anywhere. Usually on Reddit, I think, but he never replies to text messages, ever.
No, I used to, but now the new job, I have to look like I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, I know.
How's that going now? You're like a wage slave.
He's already posting bitchy, like, passive-aggressive job comments I've seen. Like, something about office work the other day.
Oh, just that I have to kind of sit around and pretend like I'm doing work sometimes.
Now all of those things that float around Facebook about Mondays apply to you.
Right? Like, I'm like, like, I find myself saying TGIF, and I'm like, fuck me. I haven't called anyone a cunt at work in like a month. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, I never limit your language when you're working.
I'm no longer allowed to throw heavy objects across the workplace.
I let you do that, and I let you steal all of the pita chips that you possibly have already bought and left at my house.
I let you steal the pita chips that you left at my house.
The pita chips.
At one point, you had more shit in my fridge than we did. I'm sure there's still stuff in the outside fridge. Or the outside freezer, maybe. Alright. Sorry.
Ready to do this?
Yes.
I was going to ask, can I add Nick to your new website as an employee?
I don't know, ask Nick.
I'm sorry, I've been trying to get my career off the ground.
Career.
You know, fuck
Hey,
it.
that's a serious word, dude.
And you know for a fact that I think that you getting this new job was the best thing you could do.
I don't just mean that career. I mean the other one too. The dancing one.
Stripping.
Viagra for that, don't you?
I posted things on my Violet Peacock page just highlighting that.
I'm just
I've
saying.
never done that for anybody else.
Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Are you
Yeah, now
performing
we're
at the
gonna
next
do-
one?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Cop out.
Are you the butler again?
No.
Gosh.
Sorry.
Let's play Dungeons and
Alright.
Dragons.
Are we on?
Yes, give
Okay.
on, look at session 11. Hooray, rape session 11.
Hooray, session
Would you
11.
like to remind me where we were? Let me check my extensive notes.
We were in
yes.
Tokyo, there were monsters rampaging,
I was
giant
right.
robots.
Hey,
Cochrane!
Am I good to open roll 20 now?
Are you not in roll 20 yet?
No.
Uh,
I wait for somebody to tell me because I don't want to be the first one in.
Everybody's there but you, dude.
been there.
Well, maybe someone should have fucking told me, you dicks. Fuck, man.
Dude!
Word.
It's all good, but you're there now, look, there you are.
You
That
bad.
kind of dirty yellow colour. You dealt with the orcs at Wyvern Tor, and you had returned to the old owl well and talked to the necromancer. You had gained the spell from him that was agreed for dealing with the orcs, and you were thinking about heading towards the Banshee to see if you could do that part of the deal in order to obtain a ring of magicalness.
Wait,
We were-
can we say that part of the deal? Wink, wink.
We were going to offer her perfume first, then if that failed, we could offer her Guybrush.
Wow.
And possibly, if that all failed, a perfumed Guybrush.
And if that fails, we'll offer Gary the Mouse's freedom.
Gary the Mouse!
Can't have Gary the Mouse anymore because Gary the Mouse is still here and he's not.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Gary the Mouse is still in my house.
He has lost.
hang on. Today's beer is this one.
Sati?
Tea.
Yes. It is apparently a beer that is brewed with black chai tea and juniper berries.
Ooh,
What
that
is
sounds
it?
exotic.
Isn't it nice?
Sai tea. It is a dogfish head brewed beer.
You say chai tea?
Sati. S-A-A-T-E-A. It
Water.
says, Sati is based on the traditional 9th century Finnish recipe for sati, in that we brew it with rye and juniper and heat the wort with wood-fired rocks.
No, not juniper.
We break the tradition by adding an exotic black chai tea at the end of the boil. It's kind of nice. I quite like it. It's beer that tastes like stuff.
Nick, is that a chef hat? No. Oh, that's your
That's
your other hat. My bad.
My bandana.
Gotcha. Sorry.
You wear bandanas like all the fucking time.
Not because you're a gangster.
Yeah.
Wearing a bowler?
Do-rag.
I've lost my other bowler. Who did I send it to? I gave it to Connor Barnes. I haven't got it back yet.
Yeah, you did. She wore it for something.
Mm.
Oh, she wore it for the event with the Bettys at Who's Hanger. Okay, kids, where you going?
To the Banshee's house, Agatha's lair.
Yes.
You travel to Conyberry and then follow the overgrown path into the woods to Agatha's little wooden construct of a house.
Roderick once more asks for the magic sword to assist if it comes to combat with the ghostie. If it's alright with you, dear.
I can't hear anybody. Hello?
Hello?
Oh!
Everybody went away.
You okay?
I couldn't hear anybody.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Alright. So, we're at Agatha's. Do y'all want me to go talk to my girlfriend?
Well, you seem to have the more charm effect with her.
Here, take the perfume. You might need it.
Alright. I've got the bottles of perfume. Guybrush
Do you remember what you're asking, Guybrush?
We're asking who built the castle, right?
Just remember, only yes means yes.
Only yes means yes.
No means yes, and stop means harder and faster.
And I probably can't cure that yet.
Right. Just because she's incorporeal doesn't mean you can stick it in anywhere.
That particularly dirty thing you have.
Oh boy.
So, Hella, we dwarves, kind of honor the whole ancestors thing, but is shagging ancestors and the dead an elvish thing, or is he just special that way?
He's just special.
So Guybrush
That
Guybrush enters Agatha's lair.
Okay. Again, you look around.
I can find my lair as well.
Old, high-quality wooden furniture adorns the house that is made of intertwined trees.
Agatha! Oh, Agatha!
What?
Come hither, my sweet.
That was bad, sweetie. They're going to think, do you want to run it? I'll bring it through.
I was going to say, the role of Agatha will now be played by Lindsay.
Oh, I'll do it. Can't make a worse job than you, right?
Whoa! Shitbag!
This is what happens when I'm happy in the daytime and then we game.
Yay.
Right. We need to stop that.
Terrifying.
Stop being happy.
I know. Alright, I will.
We have that technology.
Is it just him in there?
Yes.
We're staying close.
Have you put a sock on the door?
Ew.
Absolutely.
Oh, I guess we can't go in no matter how loud the screams get.
Right, the magic sock is in the way.
I need to ask about that after that
What?
whole sock thing, if it is real or not. So,
Yes.
Coat hanger, whatever.
Yes, it is.
okay. Thanks.
Agatha.
The wind rises in the middle of the room a little.
Are you here, Agatha?
Starts to swirl around a bit.
Here, Agatha.
Just put
Here,
my legs
girl.
down.
I come bearing gifts. I've brought you gifts, my sweet.
You feel a chill behind you.
I just threw up in my mouth a little.
You feel a chilling presence behind you.
I turn around.
There is a leering, hideous elven face looking at you. What do you want? Leave my place!
Agatha, I've brought you gifts
Okay.
of the finest.
I don't
Okay.
care! Why are you here? Why are you here?
I was hoping to exchange these fine perfumes for a little bit of your time.
What do you want?
A little bit.
Why?
Some people.
Leave or I will tear you apart!
Agatha, first
Did anybody make popcorn?
I would like to give you these fine perfumes. I outstretch the perfumes towards Agatha.
Make me a charisma persuasion check.
Oh, you roguish whatever.
You know what would help?
Dice?
Skills?
Character
Charisma?
sheet?
Sexual magnetism. We're
A
so
head brain.
If only the party had watches, we would totally have a pool going for how long he lasts. Possibly two pools for how long he
Probably
lasts and how long he
3d10
lasts.
necrotic damage from the first hand job.
Well, this is awkward.
What'd you get?
He doesn't have his character sheet.
He's lost his skills.
Oh no! Guybrush doesn't exist.
Guybrush
Well, he
turns
puts a
into an
wager on
amorphous
silvers
blob.
for 5 minutes.
Did we enter his sheet?
Base
Oh, no.
instantiability.
Is his sheet entered into the system?
I don't think so, but he has a scanned copy he could print out.
I thought he entered his stuff. No, he did. He's entered his stuff. It's in the sheet. Skills.
I know I sent him an email version.
Persuasion. Where are we? Oh yeah, it's going to be a good roll here, kids.
Oh God.
What is it?
It's a 1.
Yes.
So basically straight charisma check for him.
Essentially. Your skills are already entered into the character sheet online, Nick.
All right. So what do I need to do to? Because I don't know how to do the rolls off of here.
Off the sheet.
No, like how to do? Is there a way to just?
Type /R space 1d20 plus 1.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I meant like, is there a way to like go to my fucking sheet and be like, do this?
Yeah, go to
Yeah.
the second button, the journal tab, and then click on Guybrush Threepwood, and then there's the character sheet tab.
Oh yeah. So.
And then there's a skills tab inside of the character sheet tab.
I didn't know that we could do that.
Tab. It was pretty
See
recent
what
when I
happens when I
added
click
the
this
sheet.
button.
We originally started with a sheet.
But it was
So
the
do we
wrong
just
one.
It rolls 2, right? Assuming advantage or disadvantage. So do
Yeah.
we just take the first one if it's just a standard roll?
Yep.
Okay, very good.
So what do I do? Just click on it?
You've got an 11. You did it.
Oh
It rolled it for you. Did you see?
no.
It's because you're inside the. It's in the chat window.
So
You have to keep
slightly more hostile.
switching tabs, Nick. So you go into the character one, roll whatever you need, and then you have to go back to the main one.
I really wish you could pop the character sheet in a separate window.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but then we'd run out of space with a map. I understand why they floated it, but I think it'd be nice if they had a bar of stuff that you could kind of assign to the bottom, but assign rolls from the character sheet onto the quick bar.
Well, you
Plus, if
certainly
pop in a new
could.
browser window, you
If-
could just
if you-
move to my second monitor, you know.
If you know what the thing is, you can set up a macro and put it to the bottom.
Just rolls it. Yeah, I guess you can do
Yeah.
that. But it'd be nice if you could just drag it and drop it, or click it and add it, or whatever, rather than having to piss around with the macro system.
Well, they can only make it so good.
I saw they sent out an email asking for thoughts about additional features today.
They-
Agatha's face turns even whiter, and her mouth opens exceptionally wide. Her skin cracks, her eyes pop, her hair whizzes around her head. You can make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, this isn't gonna be good.
Sliding in the earplugs.
The slight howling in the air all around you.
Clearly, you're not her type.
Well, you know, she's got taste.
Or standards.
Oh,
I was just going to say she had issues.
Got a 2. Did you just roll a 2 for your save?
Oh, apparently.
That rocks. I'm so happy about that. You are frightened by her hideous visage.
That's
little
the best
Guybrush
result we could've
goes
gotten.
away.
What's frightened do? Is it running in this?
I
I'm
don't know.
walking to the back of the book, Rick. Next to Panthers.
Worst case scenario, he's paralyzed.
Petrified.
I think he's
There we
ending up
go.
with smelly pants in either situation.
Frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Okay, so that's an interesting way of doing it. So he could stay there and attack, he'd just be at disadvantage because he can see her.
Yes. Yeah, I guess the idea is he's just wetting himself and it's difficult to move around when Your armor's starting to rust in the codpiece.
That's quite a better way of doing it, because it also specifically says line of sight, because that was the whole thing
Yeah.
with 3.5 fright and whatnot, is like, when does it end? Like,
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it makes sense now. If you choose to run away, if you get round a corner, you can kind of stop, gather yourself, and return to the fight again.
yeah.
So that's good. And it says in her description, a frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turns with disadvantage if the Banshee is within line of sight, ending the effect on itself on a success. The target saving throw is successful or the effect ends for it. The target is immune to the Banshee's horrific visage for the next 24 hours. So technically, if he runs away and comes back, the idea is kind of steeled himself against how horrid she looks. What are you doing, Nick?
Agatha, this isn't necessary. I'm here on a friendly visit.
Leave!
Alright, I'll go ahead and leave then.
Make me one more charisma persuasion check.
And here's where we go. 20, 20, 20.
One,
because it's a disadvantage.
Yeah. Well, it'll be like the other one, you just take the lower result.
Yeah.
Assuming he uses the same method.
She just seems to be getting a lot angrier. The furniture is beginning to rattle. There's kind of a howling in the air. You think it's kind of emanating mostly from her. You believe leaving now might be wise.
I
Might
make
save
a
your life.
visit.
He's absconded.
As you leave, the second your foot steps out of the door, the whole place goes silent and she's vanished.
Okay, so that didn't exactly go like I wanted it to.
Oh, you did not sway her with your charms.
So,
You know what it is? You went in with your pants on. I mean, it's
That's
hard
true.
to barter for something when you can't see the goods, right?
Not even just pants, he's got armor on. I mean, you should totally strip and go in.
Birthday suit method.
If
alright,
he's no longer frightened, then she can't make him afraid again.
alright. Guybrush drops his pants.
You see Guybrush step out of the hut looking visibly shaken. His hair might be just a tad lighter than it was when he went in.
Well, he was blonde anyway. I mean,
Now he's
So-
platinum blonde, or ash blonde.
So I take it that didn't work.
You heard the noises outside.
Not quite. Do you think there's anything else you might want?
Hmm.
Don't worry, Guybrush. I'm sure it's
Pound of
just
flesh?
many times
Hello?
expected.
Hello?
mm-hmm.
You being sagely and all, know that no matter what, always generally angry, and it's just the nature of the creature.
So, if
The
we,
starting point is always tremendously angry.
The default setting.
Yes.
So I just had
That's
to work a
by
little.
nature.
You had to work a little harder at it, huh?
Let me give her a back rub. Put her feet in some water with some Epsom salts.
Alright,
Talk about her day.
I think maybe if Droop plays her a song.
Droop looks mildly startled at the idea of even going anywhere near there.
Droop, come on, you know you want to play a song for me.
Master? No, Droop, go to the Banshee.
You probably
And Droop's
play
turned
the
its
band.
piglet.
really strike me as a drum person.
Everyone's a drum person.
Wait till you hear Droop's solo. Wait till he gets himself some cymbals strapped on.
Oh, man.
A
I'm
little
gonna
bit drum on the back that plays when he walks.
On
At
the,
least he's
I-
not a Morris dancer.
Great idea.
on the idea of something that might actually work, if we can't get the
It
information from
wasn't
her
a terrible
pleasantly,
idea.
then perhaps we could attempt violence?
I don't think that would be wise.
You're
That
going
would
to try
just
and
make
beat
her
the
angry.
information out of her?
It's true.
What are we trying to achieve with her again? Please remind me. I'm
Well,
kind of-
the
Not like you're gonna
necromancer...
pull anything out of her, is it?
The necromancer did offer us a ring if we could find the name of the person who built the old owl well. However,
Now,
I'm not sure we have any bargaining power with Agatha anymore to find that information out.
I mean, probably the easier and more likely route is to go back and claim we got the name and hope he doesn't know, but that would be highly unethical. So I could never do such a thing.
I could.
Well, yes. But I'm trying to be a better example to you, so.
In theory,
I could also shoot him in the head from very far away and kill him.
I would rather not rouse the anger of a wizard, especially a necromancer, so close to the village that he might possibly know that we somewhat have cared about protecting. It could be bad when we go away and he decides to go there to take revenge.
Yeah, it would have been better right after we cleaned out his zombies if you were going to kill the necromancer.
according to my research,
Yes, dear.
banshees are just angry, and they are anger incarnate, rage even. Perhaps if we figure out what's miffing her off,
Maybe he didn't have
which is pretty much everything.
Alright, I'll go back in and try and figure out what's angering her.
I'd hate to say it, but from our conversation so far, I'd have to say contact with other people is angering her, and I don't think we can fix that while still getting our goal.
Well, something probably angered her before she died to make her become a banshee rather than move on to the afterlife.
Well, I'd say being murdered would be pretty agitating.
Somebody going to try again?
Oh.
Who's your most charismatic party member?
Not me.
I don't think we have one.
Yeah,
It is rather awkward.
There's 5 of you and none of you can talk to anyone.
Well,
I have 8 charisma with a -1 modifier.
I've only got a +2 modifier.
my
Oh,
charisma is 11, people. 11.
it's the
I think that's-
dwarf with a +2.
Hey!
Roderick's only has a
Maybe
+1
she likes the
modifier
risky man
himself.
with the beard. I guess he is the cleric, right?
Mhm. Thror, perhaps you can go in there and convince her as a man of the gods.
That she should just reveal us some information.
Perhaps. Perhaps you could
Well,
say
maybe-
it would settle her soul.
Banishment? I don't know if I'm
Anywhere near.
strong enough.
No, not that, but maybe calm her down and also see if you can find out what the necromancer can do with that information. I think he's up to something because I don't trust this slimy bastard.
Well, that's more sage work than anything else. We want to find more about that thing, but that'd be more a library too than banshee.
I don't know what she knows. She's old and knows things.
Which is probably why she didn't really fall for your charms, Skybrush.
Well, maybe she's just a bitch.
We could always offer that it would be the last time we bother her.
We will erase all knowledge of her location.
It could be an
That would be
option.
fair.
Put up a sign to deter other.
Let her know that I will murder people for her. Like I'm willing to do that.
I'm not sure the rest of the party is willing to allow you to do that, though.
I mean, I'm sorry. Let her know that I will
Worship her and feed her souls.
raise people.
That's right.
for
We
her.
feed the bodies to the Nothic and the souls to the Banshee.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
You're like some kind of like strange elven food truck for monsters.
Yeah, we're
Well-
like drug
Believe-
pushers.
Shall I give a try at talking to her then? See if she likes humans a bit more than elves?
No one likes humans.
We're everybody's second best friend.
Haley does.
Apparently, you're everybody's second best friend.
All right.
Who's going in, if anyone?
Sounds like unless
I'll
some.
go back in there and try and put my pee back in her ghost pee.
I think
No.
Roderick is going in this
No.
time. If anyone else wants to accompany as well, but
Anyone going in with Roderick?
I'll go in.
Okay.
I
I
might
could bless you.
I might discourage. Guybrush, maybe stay just a little bit. She wasn't moaning in a good way when you were inside there.
I think you should stay outside, guy.
Who's going in?
I'll go.
Sounds
I'll
like
go.
me and Marigold so far.
I like that. Makes me laugh. So, whoever's entering enters.
Yes.
The wind whips up a little on the floor as you step in.
Agatha, we have one more question for you, and then we promise, we vow even, that we will leave you alone forever.
The wind swirls around in the room some more. And the form of an elven woman appears, looking immensely angry, and kind of steps out of nowhereness and kind of strides towards you. What do you want? Get out of my house!
We desire the name of the person who built the old owl well.
And what do you have in return, and why should I care?
We will leave you in peace.
We promise.
We will not allow
I could
Guybrush to
destroy
return.
you instead. It would be faster than listening to you wander around this place.
It would be
But
easier to tell us, though.
She seems to kind of grow a little, and her clothes start to flutter slightly.
Wait, what we can do is we can take back tales of you that are so terrifying to everybody that nobody will bother you again.
Somebody make me a perception charisma persuasion check.
Well,
Somebody who's smarmy and great.
me?
Can you get some aid going on here?
Yeah, Lindsay, do you want to roll to aid me, or?
What can I do? What did it do?
Actually, yeah, I think it is just rolling gives me advantage. If we're using that aid.
Yeah, but is it just in combat, or is it outside as well?
I think this is in GM call area. Technically,
What would I need to roll?
Whoever's rolling would be charisma persuasion.
yeah, but we need to decide.
How do I roll that? 1d20 plus.
Charisma bonus plus your persuasion skill.
Hey, that's what
Well,
I'm.
it'll just be her persuasion skill, because
That would be 0.
Yeah, because you don't add her charisma bonus
Yeah.
to you anymore.
So,
That would be
Are you proficient in persuasion?
no.
Okay.
But I roleplayed it better than anyone else. I got 15. I'm just at 20.
Yeah.
15.
So I was going to roll as well, but how do you want to do
I'm
this?
trying to find aid and see where it is. I think it's just a combat action now, isn't it? I think maybe you'd have to do it as like a group thing if you were doing like everybody's like talking at her at once.
Again, I think this is falling into DM territory of just this is something where there is no rules on it. You have to decide.
It's fair. She seems to stop for a second. She's about to, you think, scream and blow your faces off, and then she just kind of looks down at the halfling.
Hello.
So,
It's a good idea. Right?
little one, what gifts have you brought me?
I have brought you, as well as the gift of telling everybody how evil you are so they leave you alone, I have brought you some powdered nightshade. Oh no, I bought you a gold and ruby earring and some gold teeth. We pulled them out of somebody viciously and evilly just for you.
She reaches out her hand.
Here you go.
That you drop, the teeth pass straight through her hand, as do the nightshade, but the earring is clasped in her hand as she takes it.
Oh, yeah, that's what I would have picked. It goes very well with your coloring.
And what question do you wish answered? One trinket, one question.
I can't remember because I'm not the brains of the party. However, my colleague here,
My attractive assistant.
I'm just the getting started person. He does all of my business.
Talk, let my people talk to your people.
Yeah. He will ask you what needs.
Ask the question, whoever needs to ask it. Do not need an explanation.
What is the name of the person who made the old owl well?
The wizard who built the tower was called Arthindol. It's a long time ago now. I remember him. He was fat.
Okay.
Put a spelling on that.
He vanishes.
And barks.
Yes.
And Roderick will leave.
Sounds wise.
How did it go?
We got the name.
Roderick totally backed that banshee.
Did you have sex with the banshee, Roderick?
No, I did.
Ah, she was a lesbian. I knew it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't be blamed. You
Go
know?
lie down, bro.
Well,
is 100%
some people could argue you
different.
could be blamed for her turning to lesbianism.
She was clearly already a lesbian and therefore had no interest in me.
Guybrush the Turner.
That's exactly what she said to me.
Well, I mean, it's not my fault that, she loves the badge.
Well, who doesn't?
I feel of the badge.
I plead the fifth.
I do love vagina.
I like mangina.
So, is Silence of the Lambs like your favorite movie? Goodbye, horses.
I'm terrified by it.
So, you're still outside of a banshee's house. Where are you heading?
I think it's probably distance-wise. We head to Conyberry to sleep the night and then to the Old Owl Well the next day.
You hole up in Conyberry in a house that's reasonably secure, and you bar the doors and you fall asleep.
Hey guys, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of damage can this necromancer do with that information? Anyone? Because I don't trust him.
Well,
He did strike me as a historian. Just
Might help him solve puzzles and riddles of traps that are left or something by
Yeah,
finding the
what
great treasure under there.
I think to what end is the question, because, what if he gains some crazy power and then is a murderous necromancer?
So do you want to explore the Old Owl Well with the name before we tell him?
Might not be a bad idea.
I could try to look it up in the library or something.
That could work too. I mean, I feel like he's up to something. I don't trust him.
well,
Not just that guy.
I'm sure he does have his goals, and I wouldn't place much trust in a wizard of Thay, but we don't have to give it to him.
Oh.
I do wish you would have brought this concern up before we went through the trouble of the Banshee to get the answer, though.
I don't think it did us any harm.
It could have.
Oh, it only made your hair lighter and
Yeah,
your
right.
house more petrified.
Made us super pretty.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just,
Gary's just regressed, and he's also
That's right.
incredibly jealous now that his spotlight is shared with Droop.
Right.
We never
Even
hear
though
about
he's
Gary
in
the
the
Mouse anymore. It's all about Droop with his drums.
That's
Yeah.
right. Poor old Gary the Mouse.
Gary the Mouse is slowly gaining more and more courage by bonding with Droop at night.
I take very good care
I
of
mean,
them.
they're having, dirty monkey sex.
Bonding with
Oh my!
truth.
Why is it gonna be all about sex with you, Hal? Get your
Hal?
Oh, no, it's
Yeah,
terrible, right?
Hal. Why could it be all about sex? It's totally Hal who's been instigating that part of this adventure.
That's right.
Look, I just wanted to bang a banshee.
I
Okay,
feel left out.
that's not
I
that fucking.
feel left out.
Hal wants us to be in a
I
adult
think
novel or a hit tie or something.
That's right. It's all about 50 Shades of Grey now, isn't it?
Because
Well,
sex
sure.
sells.
That's right. Sex sells. So get on this. We need to get more people.
Shade,
well,
Oh,
like shades, like banshees and white.
That's right, like those kinds of shades.
See, it was funny. Just laugh.
It was funny.
Thanks.
I agree.
50 pitches of screams? No,
But
that's
yeah.
stretching it.
50 Shades of Gay.
It's a
So,
little obvious, I think. And also kind of rude.
50 Shades of Graves.
Malay, is there a library nearby in which you can look this up in?
So,
Never.
maybe fucking
Well-
hiding in a house.
I was going to say, if we do wish to look it up first, before going back to him, our next destination after finishing this area would be Thunder Tree.
Thunder Tree!
And we could go to Neverwinter first and allow Hale to visit the libraries there.
Sure, we could cut straight through the forest, save some time.
Right on the way to Grandma's house.
There's several rivers through the area and not necessarily a lot of bridges. Without knowing the forest, I'm not sure it would save us time going cross country like that.
Grandma's house.
I just bring it up. Never trusted trees myself either, but
It's filled with
Perhaps
boats.
we could travel along the riverbank.
Keep in mind, we don't actually have this map. I would think it'd be
Sure, we
faster and
might-
safer along the roads.
What is this?
Old Alwell, I assume.
Nope, this is where you're holding up for the night in Conyberry.
Oh.
Ah, the White House.
Ashen.
Yes,
The
that's
gleaming
right. I stole
whiteness of it all.
I stole it from the web search because I needed a ruin. This one will do just fine.
There's an image. Ah.
It's very pretty, Hal.
I'm sorry, I just dragged it off the internet.
What's down the grate?
You're so talented.
That's just there's like a little tower attached
I
to the
have a
ruin.
feeling
It
Hal
was-
is forcing random encounter upon us. We've
I
been
got
too
a good
safe.
roll, what can I say? I rolled at last and got a random encounter, so you're gonna well suck it up.
Time
What?
for Tarask.
Keep
So I
in
need
mind
to-
we have barred the door shut.
I need to pull you onto the map, don't I?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yes, pull us, Hal.
Leafwood. Away. Mud petal. Do you have control of these?
Where are these?
Don't
I'm
even
not
see
seeing
these
them.
yet.
I can't see them.
No, it's because I've got them on a goddamn wrong
Yeah,
layer.
Hal, you have to make sure you check your layers.
I know.
Who was on watch as these?
If I pull you from characters onto the map,
Excuse
will
me.
you be controlling them, or do I have to pull you from a different map, Walker?
Pulling
Yes.
from a map can work, as
So
can
copy
pulling
you from-
from the journal.
So if I pull you from the journal, you might be controlled. Let's find out. Guybrush, can you move yourself?
The thing is, I don't know if you've gone. Like, I know for my games, I go and make sure that the default tokens from the journal are correctly linked and all that. I'm not sure if.
These are. No,
These
these have
are.
got their old hit points on and stuff, I think.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then they're not
Although I
correctly
think Raw
linked.
might be correct, because I think we linked him. No, he's not.
No,
Oh, damn it.
quite not.
Why is it so goddamn complicated? Why do you have to use 15 bids in 12 different places?
You just have to set it up correctly once, and it's good.
How do I set up hit points on this goddamn thing, Walker?
You have to. Honestly, it should be pretty easy. You just have to link it to the character, and then
Link it to the character. Have you seen how many
you make.
attributes are in there now which turn things on?
No, you got to make the token first.
Make the token. So
Make the
pull it
token.
out. Yes.
Pull it, yeah.
Done.
Okay, now open up the tokens menu.
Got it. Oh, and then link his hit points to his actual hit points.
Well, first make sure it's linked to the character.
It is.
Okay, then link it to the actual hit points.
Done.
Now, with that token selected, open up the
Yes.
character journal,
Yes.
edit it, and select and make that the default token.
Open up the character journal. Edit it. Yes. Let's make the default token optional. It already has a default token on Guybrush.
But we want this one because this one is now correct and pulling from the hit points on the sheet.
So do I hit remove and then
Yeah.
yes to delete and then use selected token? Okay, done.
Yeah. So now, each time you pull over, it should be connected to sheets. It should have
Right.
the permissions you gave it, which should
I
be...
gotcha.
Yeah.
But that only works for the characters that have filled in their hit points on the sheet.
Well, if you got them there on a stat in the...
Yeah.
Brady did, I think. So let's do him. We'll click him.
I put it in both places trying to make it work.
There's your hit points. That's good.
And I believe I'm doing this all because unfortunately I can't watch you and see this myself.
Oh,
But
I get them there. Don't worry,
I
get
think
them.
those are the steps to do it. And then once you set it up like that, you can just pull them and they'll be the correct token each time.
There we go. So for ours on, the rest of you, have you filled in your sheet lookout?
I have.
You
I
look.
don't believe I have. Of course.
Well, we used to have them linked to the attribute page that wasn't
The
on
thing
sheet.
is, the character sheet overwrites attributes if they use the same notation.
Right.
And hit points are HP because, yeah.
Okay, so that's lockout done. Now I've got Hella and Linz. How many hit points do you have?
22.
Hello.
22.
Why?
I'm changing your hit points on the character sheet. So that what will happen is hopefully...
I can do it.
Actually, some of your stuff's on the character sheet, Linz.
Yeah, I filled mine in way back.
I've just adjusted your hit points, so these should be correct when we pull them in and link them.
And what do I have to do to roll it? Do I just click it? So, like,
Points.
hit point, it says current. If I just clicked that, would it roll it?
Why would you roll your hit points?
Oh, no, you wouldn't. Yeah. All right. I'm going to. Then.
Typically, any dice icon... blah, 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 blah. Yeah, nose itched. Typically, any dice icon on the character sheets will roll that numerical effect it's attached to.
How many hit points do you have?
I'm testing.
I have 18.
I guess in this one we do roll our hit dice when we need to recover.
Yeah, we do roll the hit dice, so it's important to have that amount.
So my persuasion on my character sheet, my paper one, is +0, and then on this thing, persuasion looks like it's a 0 in the green bit and it's a 10 in the blue bit. What's the difference? Pass and total. What's pass?
Passive.
Oh, okay. So if I wanted to roll it, I click like that. Would that work?
Yep.
You're basically
You're rolling
taking
nice
a
charisma
passive
checks
roll.
today.
Alright, kids, everybody should now have their correct hit points assigned to their tokens.
Yay!
Alright, we're all set. We should have done that many moons ago, but we should be good. Okay, watches, please.
As I recall, the usual is Roderick and Hale and Thror, and Guybrush possibly with Marigold for the last 4 hours.
I can't remember. I don't need to sleep or anything. I do. Oh no, I do because
Yeah.
I'm not a good character.
Okay,
I only have to meditate for like 4 hours, so.
so we have Halle and Thror on the second watch. Everybody else can be snuggled around the room asleep somehow. How are you doing it? Let's assume there's a fire in the middle or something if you want. So you guys are probably hanging out watching.
I don't have any weapons in, so I can add them in, right?
Yeah, you do what you need to do with the character sheets, really.
I'm gonna have a
Okay, so Thror and Halle may make me a perception check, please.
Perception. Let's see if I can actually do that through the character sheet.
I just have to remind myself on perspective. Perception. Yeah.
Got a 10.
Yeah. Dice Roller hates me as much as it loves Lindsay.
She wishes. Hello?
Let's see. Perception is D20 plus my bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Wisdom bonus, yeah.
Oh crap. Okay.
Okay, that's a 4 for Halle. I need to roll one too.
She is absolutely oblivious.
I'm rolling one as well, don't worry.
La 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 la
She has her nose in a book, that's why.
I may keep watch, lass.
But it's so interesting.
Lass, lad, lass.
Okay, you hear something large moving around outside. It seems to be sniffing the air. It kind of approaches the door, which I assume you have closed.
And barred.
Well, yes. Locked as secure as possible.
Doors there.
Oh dear.
There's something out just outside the door. You hear kind of a scraping on the wood, as if something's trying to kind of nudge it open. Whatever's out there seems to be pretty large.
Oh, heavens above, it's a werewolf. I just know it.
Are you speaking?
Me, yeah.
Okay, you hear a noise that sounds something like a loud guttural squawk, and the door is hit heavily by a paw or a claw or shoulder or something.
Wake up, lads!
Wow. Do I have a line of sight on the door from the top of the tower?
Maybe, but the tower itself is not being that you're an engineer, you're not 100% certain you could climb it safely.
There's steps.
It's a ruin. It's just a picture I found on the internet.
Alright, calm down. Calm down.
You're lucky it has a roof. Okay, so something smashed the door. You see that parts of the door are now broken. It's not quite through the door yet. Outside, you see a hideous creature with an enormous owl's head and the body of a large bear.
Oh my god, it's an owl bear!
It's an owl bear. Randomly rolled encounter with an owl bear.
Dibs on the beak, it makes good
Classic
soup.
D&D. Hold on a second. There he is. In all his owl bearish glory.
Where he is.
Ooh.
Oh, there he is.
And Helene is terrified.
So we'll do initiative, I guess. Let's pull the tracker open. Let me ditch you guys out of it for a second. Alright, you're good. Dump them in, people.
All right. Roderick is very soundly asleep, apparently. Excuse me for a moment.
Apparently. Alpha initiatives. What are they going on? Oh, they got a positive. That's exciting.
Owlbears have always been pretty decently statted in just about every version.
Probably I rolled for crap, so we only get 10.
I just rolled 6 for mine.
It's bad for you.
That's very bad for me. In more than one way.
Guybrush got a 20.
Yes.
He's like lightning, that Guybrush. Fortunately, he's probably still asleep.
No, I would be meditating.
That's even worse than
Or,
sleep.
I'm sorry, no, I would have been done meditating after 4 hours.
Okay. So why aren't you on the watch?
Because there's still someone else's watch.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't his turn yet. He was being nice.
I
Not
shouldn't
being
have
a
to.
watch hog.
Okay,
Oh.
kids. The people who are currently actually awake, Hele and Thrall, everybody else is kind of tucked down for the night in their various skivvies and bed sheets.
How?
So, yes.
Do we want to get into how armor works in sleeping?
Well, I'm guessing if it's heavy or uncomfortably metal, you probably can't sleep in it.
Yep.
Well,
Although I don't know whether there's any official rules in this anymore.
no, there isn't.
So, I know we've got donning and doffing times, haven't we?
I have a question.
Yes.
Would the other 3 characters be surprised? Or at least 2 out of the 3?
What do you mean?
Well, does the element of surprise usually work for enemies, or does that work for comrades also?
Works for everybody, but they were asleep, so regardless of what's happening, they're
Not
surprised.
sleeping.
Well, whatever you're doing.
Meditating.
Making arrows?
Okay. But you're not actively on watch.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Should have given you a perception check. You heard the owl bear coming around. So there's don and doff times, so I'm going to assume that armor other than light probably can't be worn for sleeping comfortably.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So, Let's say then that Guybrush hears something smashing the door. In fact, the noise is probably big enough that it wakes Roderick and Marigold.
Yay! I'm trying to add my weapons into this sheet thing, and I don't know how to get the right numbers.
Yeah, I know either. Guybrush, what are you doing?
All right, you said that there was that the door had been broken open some.
Yeah, it's smashed in like one of the panels just enough so you can see it outside.
So I would think that I should be able to fire out of that without it being any sort of cover.
Any sort of cover. A door with a gap in it is all kinds of cover.
Yeah, but if I'm firing straight out of the hole onto a giant enemy standing right in front of it.
If you walked up right to the door,
Yeah, if you walked right to the door and stuck your arrow through the hole, then yes, fair game. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if it's 40 feet wide, you still can't hit it through the same hole. You're walking right up to the door.
As if it was like an arrow slit.
Okay, fair enough.
So I move up to the door, and would he be considered surprised by an arrow shooting at him?
No.
Nope. Alright.
He knows you're there, he came to eat you.
Well, he's still acting before the owlbear initiative, though.
Owlbear went to smash the door. That was its technical surprise round.
Okay.
So it's just a regular to hit?
Yeah, it's a straight up attack. No one's surprised and the owlbear has acted, so we're good to go. You missed. You missed a big target at point blank, dude. I'm disappointed.
He was groggy.
Your arrow shoots off into the night, lost forever.
And then I move back.
You big woman. Hello, what you doing?
I am going to arm a level 2 magic missile.
Owlbear noise! Owlbear noise! Okay, shoot your magic missile. Deadly ferocity. Savage companions.
Alright, let's see, that's general roll plus...
It's just damage.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for magic missile to hit.
Always hits, just damage.
And,
I always forget that.
and if you're using a first level spell, make sure to mark down a first level spell slot when you're finished.
So if it's level 2... Okay, so
it's level 2, it's 4 missiles.
That's still 1d4, right?
4d4 plus 4.
4d4.
Each missile does 1d4 plus 1.
Okay.
Oh, owlbears are immune to this. No, they're not. Just kidding.
Oh, hell.
See if Hilaire can...
That doesn't seem right, dear.
Yeah, that does not.
Lockhart, I want to say something. The way that you say
general roll.
Yeah, you have to do /R.
Sorry, what was that, Lindsay?
Oh.
I'll let we do the rolling first. I'll tell you off in a minute.
/R space 4d4 plus 4.
Okay.
Straight in the chat, yeah.
There we go.
That's better. 14. 4 little missiles shoot from your fingers, stream towards the door. Somehow all manage to make it through that gap and hit the owlbear. It screams. It is not happy. Bits of feather and various other things careen down.
What is that can hit the target?
That's why I got selected. I'm on the bottom. Goddamn layer again. Now the turnover is hiding the layer.
So that's a level 2 spell instead.
Yes.
Are you doing anything else?
Mark that.
Are you doing anything else? Are you moving? Are you dancing? Sitting down?
I will hold my ground.
Okay. Brave. Throw! There's an owlbear trying to eat your face.
Alright. If I cast a spell that takes concentration, that lasts for concentration, do I can I concentrate on that while I do melee on the next rounds?
Can in this session, yes. As long as concentration lasts until essentially you cast another concentration spell, I believe. Or you decide to drop it. Is that correct?
More or less.
Yeah, I think that's right. There's a couple of things that lend concentration.
Yeah.
I believe you can actually cast concentration spells and fight.
Yep.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure since
It's mostly changed to prevent how many buff or continuous effect spells you have going at the same time.
Yeah,
If it's something
nice, also, yeah, because you just buff the crap out of yourself and you'd be going.
Yeah.
All right. Since I'm not going to try and bash through the door to hammer it, I will fire up spiritual weapon.
Oh, hello. Does it? What's its casting time?
1 bonus action.
Oh, very nice.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's really good. So you cast it. Boom. Spiritual weapon appears. This is a hammer, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Where does it appear?
Right in front of the owlbear's face.
Does it actually have a physical location now, or is it just a spell that is in an area?
It's a floating spectral weapon within range.
Okay, so it just appears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can be within 60 feet, I guess.
Spiritual weapon. You create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration, or until you cast this spell again. When you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against the creature within 5 weapon. Guess that means we need to know where the weapon is, right?
Yeah.
It's above. Well, unless you have more than one opponent,
Let's just
it
say
doesn't
it's
really
on
matter.
the owlbear for the moment.
Yeah.
It's probably hovering around the owlbear somewhere.
Now,
So, do an attack then, dude.
Yeah, no, so they said melee spell attack, so I've got a different spell attack bonus than my melee bonus. Which one do I use?
I'd say the spell attack.
Yeah, melee spell attack. I would use the spell attack. As opposed to a ranged spell attack. I guess it doesn't matter,
Well, no,
does
it's
it?
a spell attack
Unless
is spell attack. It's
Yeah,
mostly
unless they classify melee just for the fact that of other rules that are like the parry and what have you.
well, specifically if it was ranged, technically it would be making it from beside it and have the disadvantage thing, so they do have to specify melee.
Yes, fair enough. Okay, do it, dude.
Okay. Oh, crap.
Your spiritual weapon misses the owlbear.
It does.
So he still has his whole turn to take, though.
Yeah, he has basically an entire turn. Because that's actually pretty cool. That's a good spell. It means you can actually attack and get the benefit of a second attack from that in the same round.
Yeah.
Nice.
I cannot probably swing through the door and hit him, so I will move up and ready to meet his coming through the door to eat us.
You could open the door.
Oh, you could not.
That's an idea. I will step up and open the door.
You opening the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Well, steps up and opens the door.
Okay.
Yourself up, dude. Okay. Door is open. The owlbear is like, outside.
Any of you within hammering range?
Yeah, oh yeah, well, let's say you could be in the doorway if you want.
All right.
There you go. Let's say the door's 2 people wide.
Then if that did not take up my attack to do that, I will just hit him with the hammer then.
Yes, you can, actually, technically, because the move and the opening of the door is technically free, so yes, you can do it. Attack him with your hammer of hammerishness.
A 19 to hit.
Squarely strike him on the beak.
For 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning, sir. Alright. Next is my owlbear. Only one tasty target available. The owlbear attempts to bite you with his beak.
Of course he does.
It's piercing damage, apparently.
So, hey, what kind of diseases do owlbears carry?